Hello all, and yes, my title for this video does actually say it all. My spring and summer stuff that I have on my eBay shop is now starting to sell. It's starting to shift, and that has been definitely noticeable over the past couple of weeks. My name's James Smith and I run channel JR74, which is predominantly at the moment an eBay based channel, and this is in on and gone number 37, where I talk about what is coming into my store, what is on my store, and what is gone from my store. All right, and it's what has gone from my store that I'm going to talk to you about in this video, or mainly concentrate on, because I want to get why I have said that the spring summer stuff is starting to sell across to you. Okay, this channel is totally educational, all right, giving you brands that sell well and giving you stuff that sells quickly. That's what makes up my gone section, which is what I'm going to talk about in a minute. I always start with the gone section, and that is anything that is sold within the last 7 days, and most of the things that I put on eBay are promoted at 2% unless I tell you otherwise. The on section is really easy. Just look below, you'll see a link to my store, and then at the end of the video I'll go through some of the things that are coming into the store and why I've chosen them and what prices I think they're going to sell at. All sounds quite good, doesn't it? Watch on. So I'll do things a little bit differently now. I'm going to talk to you about things that I've sold this week that haven't been sold in 7 days first. All right, because I want to get across to you why I've called this video along the lines of the spring and the summer stuff is starting to sell. First thing I'm going to talk to you about is a really good brand, Rohan, but I had a Rohan assignment jacket on, and it got put on at the end of September, but it wasn't really an autumn winter jacket. It was more of like a lightweight, sort of like, it was like a linen-y cotton sort of material, and that sold within the past week. And I knew I'd overpaid for it, but I knew it would also fall into that category where it's going to sell, yet you will overpay for it, but are you expecting the profit of between 50 and 100%? No, not really. You'll make a profit on it, because as I said, I paid £9 for this. All right, and I sold it for £15.60. That gave me £9.70 back. So take the £9 off that I spent on it, 70p. And what's that? I've actually worked that out as 7.78%. I gave the 0.78, so we could round that up to 8%. But yeah, okay, it gets eyes to my store. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, it wasn't a huge profit on that at all. And yes, I did take the first offer that came along on it. But hey, it worked. It worked. I got myself 78p from that one. But as I said, this is certainly a spring summer jacket. It's not an autumn winter jacket. It's a spring and summer one, with a good brand behind it as well. If I was to review this, I overpaid for it. I shouldn't have paid £9 for it, more about a fiver. But anyway, it is what it is. So that's my first sign. The second sign that spring summer is starting to come into the purchases that I'm seeing on my shop, it's that L word. All the way through last summer on this channel, you would have seen me mentioning the word linen. Linen trousers sell, and they sell really, really well, but it is only in the summer period. All right, it's not in the winter period, it's not in the autumn period. And I've got an example here which backs that up so strongly. I had a pair of Marks and Spencer's linen cotton blend trousers. Basically, linen is so strong in the reselling world of selling trousers that even if it's not 100% linen, even if it's a linen blend with cotton or viscose, they still sell and sell really well. These ones, I put these onto my shop on the 26th of August, thinking that there might be a little bit of a warm September, a bit of an Indian summer that comes in and people then buy, but they didn't. All right, so these trousers have been on since the 26th of August. They were brand new with tags, so that gives it a little bit more strength in terms of its reselling. And yeah, I paid £3.50 for them, and they sold this week for £18.60. That gives me £11.82 back, £8.32 profit, 238%. Nice. Okay, so that is, I feel, a really good sign that the spring summer stuff is starting to be purchased. Basically, also most of my golf polos that was still on my shop at, say, the middle of January have now gone. So again, that's another sign that the spring and summer stuff is coming in. Next week I'm going to talk, because as I said, I've sold them, and I sold some really quickly. So in my in on and gone next week, I'm going to discuss with you a strategy that I'm going to put in place about golf polos. All right, they're selling well, but I'm not making much profit on them. So it's back to the old shelf up here that we need to go to think about what we could maybe do a little bit differently, because they are strong sellers. You know, up here for thinking, feet are for dancing. Let's go. Next up, I'm also beginning to sell more shorts, and that is a huge indicator of the spring summer collection. These shorts were a pair of Nike Air Jordan basketball shorts, so a really strong brand there, really strong brand. Probably one of the strongest brands that's existed. Especially as a sub brand. Air Jordan is hugely popular, and he retired. Michael Jordan retired, about 15-20 years ago now, and it's still there. Oh my God, what a strong brand. If you ever want to watch a good film, and I've mentioned this before in previous videos, get onto Matt Damon playing the Nike sort of like marketing person who persuaded Phil Knight to chuck a load of money at Michael Jordan. It's called Air. Watch it. It was one of those films that I watched, and when it finished, you didn't realise that it had been on for an hour and a half. You just enjoyed it all the way through. Great film, great film. But I was analysing this. This sale has come mainly from analysis. I saw that a lot of people were looking at it, a lot of people were watching it, but nobody was buying it. So I dropped the price a little bit, and boom, it went. I got them for £1.90, so I was able to do that because of my sourcing cost. I've mentioned this before, that I came across an offer of 50 pairs of branded shorts for £95. That was just before Christmas, and so that puts them each at £1.90, and these were a pair of those shorts. I took an offer of £13.59 on them. I think I had them on at 15, and I put them down to a tenner, and then somebody came in. £7.98 back after fees and postage, £6.08 profit, 320% markup. I'm aiming for 50 to 100, so that is a really, really good deal, and I was pleased from that. But again, you can probably see that sale, the strength of that 320% markup comes from the fact that I bought in bulk. I'm beginning to see that buying in bulk certainly has its benefits, and I do a bit of vintage flipping as well, so maybe I'm going to look at putting in bulk orders for that. Yeah, there you go. See, I'm sharing everything with you. You get so much information from this channel. And finally, in my gone, but not gone within 7 days, but I still want to tell you about them, because I used to do just the stuff that had sold in 7 days, but I was finding that really I'm not telling you about everything that I'm selling, and I want to educate. So I also have now other things that I've sold during the week that I think I need to tell you about. Ooh. One of my bags of shoes has just fallen. or just, you know, gently fallen. I'll put them back in a minute. PG Field corduroy trousers. Now, PG Field is like a country wear brand. Corduroy trousers, thick cotton check shirts, stuff like this. And they cost me £3.50. They were a 38 waist, short leg, so a decent size. Brown corduroy trousers in cracking condition, no rips or tears on them, no sort of like worn out patches or anything like that. £13.60 I sold them for, £7.70 back, £4.20 profit, 120%. PG Field. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because of the brand. If you get this PG Field brand, they will sell within the 12 months. That is usually my marker for trying to get everything sold within that time period. So those are the ones that I wanted to tell you about first, because I feel that everything that I've just mentioned is a short indicator that the spring and summer clothing, if you've got stuff that is spring and summer sort of like associated, get it on now, because they're beginning to sell. In terms of what has sold quickly, let's have a look at that now. There's 5 things that I need to tell you about that has sold quickly within the 7 days, promoted at 2%. Looking at them, I think all of these were promoted at 2%. I've got my little clipboard just down beneath my camera. That's why I'm saying looking at them and looking down there. First up, pair of Craghoppers hiking trousers, and these were lined. Now I'm talking about spring and summer stuff, but then I'm mentioning something that's got a lining inside it, which is for warmth. God, it's all over the place, But with these trousers, the secret to hiking and climbing and people that like going out walking is layers. Lots and lots of layers. That's for like the top half. The bottom half, some of the trousers that you can get that are lined like this. When I say lined, it's got like a heavy cotton lining inside it, as well as a polyester like waterproof shell on it. So these are really good trousers. But when you go up high, it's obviously colder. So these sell throughout the year, because if you're going on a walk on like a relatively decent summer's day, but you're going up high, it's going to get cold, right? So people would layer up on top, and then trousers, a pair of these that would work just as well if you're at a lower altitude. They're popular. These were a pair of size 18 women's hiking trousers in black. They sold very, very quickly. I sourced them at £4. You know, it was one of those when I held them, I was like, oh yes, nice price, and they were nice condition as well. In fact, they weren't far off brand new. I don't think they'd been worn. Anyway, £13.60 I sold them for. So I got back £8.15 on them, £4.15 profit. So that took me over the 100% target, 104%. Super duper. Marks and Spencer's. What would we do without Marks and Spencer's? Honestly, that is such a strong reselling brand, and one which, you know, I've had a lot of messages back to me on this channel saying, you know, Marks and Spencer's, I usually swerve them. I usually avoid them like, you know, anything. They just fill up the racks, and yeah, it annoys me because I've got to sift through the M&S stuff to get to the decent stuff. But the M&S stuff, that is wool blend, or the sort of like the prime M&S, like Autograph, Collezione and stuff like this, it sells, and it sells well. These were a pair of wool blend trousers, and the wool blend trousers sell very quickly. I'm making an assumption here. I know it's always dangerous to assume, but I think the wool blend trousers sell quickly because you can wash them in the washing machine and they won't shrink, but they still hold the decent properties that wool has. All right, if you put a pair of 100% wool trousers in the washing machine and put it onto a normal cycle, they'll shrink. All right, and you don't want that to happen. But the wool blend trousers, you can put it onto any program, or just like a normal, not any program. Don't wash them at 90 degrees because they probably will shrink then. Okay, but any sort of like normal program, like a 40-degree wash or a 30-degree wash, and they're fine. These were a pair of charcoal 38 by 31s. and I picked them up for £1.50. That's great. And I sold them for £15.60. Oh, that's a good sale. £9.70 back, £8.20 profit, 546%. Get in. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is well above the 50 to 100% target that I set myself. So yeah, that sort of like makes up for those that fall slightly below that target. So yeah, really pleased with that. Lovely. Next up, this is interesting. This is interesting. Those of you that watch my channel will know that last week, or was it the week before, I was mentioning the fact that I was going to up the promotional rates on my footwear, on my trainers. I've got quite a few trainers here that are primed and ready to be put on to take full advantage of the spring summer market that is now upon us, okay, because I said it was. I might be wrong. Fashion buyers might be watching this saying, no, the spring summer doesn't start until the middle of March. Well, we don't know, but for me it started, so I'm going to react to it. But I had a really nice pair of Puma Soleil Cat trainers, and they were size 7, so a decent size, and I could quite easily show that on the photographs the bottoms of them were still pristine white. If they had been worn, they'd only been worn indoors, because there was a little bit, I could see it, there was a little bit of fake tan inside the shoes, so I couldn't put them on as brand new, okay, because it was obvious that they had been worn, but there was absolutely no markings on the soles whatsoever, and they were still like pristine white. Now, I promoted these at 10% instead of 2%. So yeah, there was a bit more promotional fee to pay. I did a video a few weeks back on eBay promotions and how I'm seeing eBay promotions at this point in time, and it got a lot of comments, and a lot of people were saying, look, you can't sell anything unless you promote it on eBay. Yeah, I can understand that. My thoughts about that is, if eBay do the promotion and they offer promotion, you've got to be honest about this. Any reselling platform would do a promotional offer, all right, and anybody that takes it, their stuff is going to be at the top. It's a reselling platform, and they're there to make money, and they're going to do it. So you've got to use it, unfortunately, if you want to sell things. I mean, that's one of the things that I'm going to talk about next week, because I'm saying that you've got to do it, but because my golf polos are selling so strongly at the moment, do they need to be promoted? Oh, that's a good one, you know, and it's certainly something that I'm going to try out over the next few weeks. But these ones were promoted at 10%. Did they sell quicker? Because I've sold similar pairs of trainers to this in the past. Yes, they did. They did sell quicker because they've come on within the 7 days. Paid £5 for them. £15.60 was the offer that I took. After postage and fees, £9.70 back. So that's £4.70, so 94%. So it falls within, I've got the money back within the 7 days, and it falls in my target of 50 to 100%. It falls well within the target. In fact, it's nearly beaten that target. So far, my philosophy of promoting at 10% instead of 2% to try and get a quicker sale has worked. Yes, I know, all right, I'm having to pay eBay more, but I've got the money back, and I can now go and reinvest that money into something else, okay? It's all about cash flow. You've got to understand the cash flow as well as selling stuff at a profit. So, yeah, I'm relatively pleased with that, okay, because it's worked. Well, the first attempt has worked anyway. So, yeah, that's good. Maya trousers, absolutely superb brand to sell. These sell quickly. I had a nice pair of Maya Roma trousers, brown, 36 by 30. This is bread and butter stuff. I picked them up for a £5, sold them for £15.60, £9.70 back, £4.70 profit on that, 94%. Okay, so again, at the upper end of my target range, and it's purely because this brand is such a strong brand. Many people I think many people that run charity shops still aren't aware that Maya really, do they rank alongside Levi's? In some categories they do, in terms of like speed of sale and stuff like this. But I think that many people that run charity shops just aren't aware of just how strong this brand is. So they'll just price them normally. They'll just price them at the same level that they price any other trouser. They won't smack any premium onto it like they would do with a pair of Levi's or with a pair of Wranglers. Yeah, so I'm really, really pleased with this. Yeah, Maya, strong brand. If you find them and they're in good condition, photograph them well, they'll sell. And last but not least, from the 5, pair of fat face cargo shorts, 34 waist. These were mine. Just trying on my shorts, and these were they were just a little bit tight, just a little bit. Maybe talk like this a bit. And I thought, nah. Okay, we can sell those. Am I going to use them as a pair of Target shorts to try and get down into? Nah. I'm happy with the way that I am. So yeah, these went £11.60. They went for £6.27 back. So because they didn't cost me anything, in terms, I think I got them a few years ago when the model was slightly thinner. Where are we? Yeah, 627% markup. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And Fat Face and White Stuff are 2 brands that sell very, very well as well. So yeah, these went well. The cargo shorts, very much like the beachwear look. It goes well. So all in all, my numbers then, that for the stuff that's gone and gone quickly within 7 days, promoted at 2%, £15.50 spent on it, £41.35 back, £25.88 profit, and the average profit markup, if all of those that I've told you, okay, there's 5 things, add them all up, divide by 5, you've got 254%. So pleased. Pleased. Okay. If any do, please don't feel that I'm only telling you about the ones that I want to tell you about. No, I'm telling you about everything that is sold within the 7 days. So even the stuff that sells at a loss, I will tell you about. And I'll also discuss why I think it sold at a loss. What did I do wrong? Why is it that I got that one wrong? Okay, as I said, I just want to be, many comments are along the lines of that I'm being honest, and I like that, because that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put that across to you. Okay, right, quite a few products talked about there in terms of the gone section. I'm looking at expanding the gone section a little bit, because I feel that it is worth talking about, because let's face it, it's brands that have sold, and you will know what price it's sold for, because I'm telling you. But we also need to talk about stuff that's coming into the shop and what hopes I have for these. Okay, so let's go to Future Smithy, and we'll talk about stuff that's coming into the shop this week. Are you there, mate? Okay, a few things dropping in this week. As I said, I'm going to start getting my trainers in. I've got quite a few trainers to put on. One of the things I'm going to start with, though, this week is some Nike Air Max Invigors. Okay, black and pink. You can see, really nice condition. There's the air bubble there. As I said, Nike Air, such an iconic brand. It's a very, very strong brand. These are size 4, UK size 4. So I'm going to put them on as women's shoes, but there's the other one in absolutely great condition. My sister's a size 4, actually. Might do. She has had quite a few shoes off me, though. It's not as though I'm deciding whether to or not. She has had quite a few off me. Also, golf shoes. These Adidas EQTs, Adidas Equipments. These are size 10, and these are spikeless golf shoes. Now, You can see on the bottom there, still got a bit of grass in. Okay, I will just power wash that out, and I'll give the bottoms a bit of an alcohol rub. But yeah, these, again, both of those I'm going to promote at 10%. All right, so you know, these hopefully will go quite nicely. Again, summer. Okay, summer. I would say winter, it's walking shoes. Summer, it's trainers and golf shoes. That's the way that I'm looking at it, or it's the way that I'm approaching it. With those shoes, actually, I paid £5.55 for both of those. They were a vintage find. I'm probably going to put them on for about 15 and see how it goes. I might even, with those golf shoes, put them up to 20. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Also, I've got some Vincent van Gogh mugs. Okay, still in the box. All right, paid £3 for these. I'm going to have to do a bit of research, I think, but between 8 and 10. All right, there's probably just about 100% potential on this. Has it actually got a price on it? It's by Lesser and Pavey, the Leonardo collection. I need to do a bit of research on this, I think. Yeah. Nice cups, though. Look, see? You know, these little mug towers can sometimes be quite nice. And it's still in the box, never been opened. So it's not as though it's second-hand. It is a brand new product. We'll see. We'll see on that one. I'll let you know how I do. Next up, it's a footy top. Leicester City this time. Okay, this is their 2021-22 season. Large Adidas Climacool. You know, if they're FBS, trade online, on the back there, LCFC. It's a large in really nice condition. You can see it there, large. There's the air already. And, you know, all of the decals are there. Okay, £7.21 I paid for this. I'm going to put it on at between 20 and 25. That's what they're going for. So, yeah. Again, we'll see how it does, but I'm quite hopeful that this will go quite quickly. All right, so Leicester City top in a decent size, large. As you know, summer is coming, so the vests are going on. This is an Under Armour WRU vest, large. Oh, it's still got the plastic tag on it there. I'll cut that off. But paid £3 for this. Yeah, nice condition. Okay. And you know, vests, it's not just the summer, they sell all year round because people wear them to the gym. But that's quite a nice WRU heat gear vest. Okay, sorry, Under Armour heat gear vest. There we go. There's the label there. Label's still in good condition. There's no wear on it at all. So this is a vest in nice condition. All right, as I said, paid £3 for it. Probably put it on for about £7-8. Take any offers. Again, it's just that 100% potential, but probably more likely between 50 and 100. Okay, so with the spring coming up, fleeces usually sell quite well. And I've got here a nice Mountain Warehouse soft shell fleece. Okay, that would be a great layer to wear whilst out walking. Okay, burgundy colour in really nice condition. No rips, no tears. All right, we are looking at a size 12. Okay, just there. See, size 12. So nice Mountain Warehouse top. Bit of a decal on the back there as well. Yeah, you know, what is it? I paid £3 for it. 8 to 10. Again, it's just got that 50 to 100 potential there, but that is a nice ladies top there. What else have we got? Oh yeah, this one. This is a bit different. This is a golf polo with a bit of difference about it. Okay,
It is an Adidas. You can see the Adidas there on the sleeve. It's a Climber Cool golf polo, okay? But instead of buttons for the neck, it's got a zip. And on the back there, it's got the 3 stripes. It's sort of like it has got sort of like a bit of an asymmetrical design on it. It's nice. It is a nice one. You can see there as well, there's the label for it. Now, the golf polos are selling really well and really quickly, but they're not really making that much profit. So I'm thinking, because they're selling quite quickly, if I don't promote it, will it still sell? There's only one way to find out. This I'm going to put on with no promotion whatsoever. And at this time of year, because they're selling so strongly, will it sell? All right. So, yeah, that's a good little experiment to do, isn't it? £4.50 I pay for that golf polo. Probably put it on for between 8 and 10. Next up, nice pair of Next chinos in light blue. Coloured chinos sell. They really, really sell. In previous videos, I've said, you know, so many trousers are dark blue, grey, brown, beige. They're different coloured ones, sell and sell well. Next as well is a brand that I've only just really started doing, and you know, at the moment it hasn't let me down. These are a pair of 32 longs, all right, again in cracking condition. The photos will show that. So yeah, I'm hopeful for these. Paid £4 for them, between 10 and 12. We'll see how they do. It'll probably go just below that. It's got just about 100% potential there. Okay, and finally it is these. These are a pair of Clark's Trigenic ladies boots. I'm going to clean up the bottoms there. There's a bit of mud on them, but they're nice. These are nice. The other one, here it is. The other one is there. Okay, and you can see I've still got the ticket on these. £5. And these will probably go, I'm going to put them on 10 to 15, see how they do. They've got a bit of an autumn wintry feel about them, haven't they? But I'll put them on and see what happens. So there you have it. All right, that's everything, and that's in, on and gone 37, coming to an end. Yeah, thank you for all your support up until now. It's been absolutely great, and I'm getting more and more comments, more and more questions. The next video, I'm having a couple of comments about the prices that I sell at, and people are saying, Smithy, you're selling too low, mate. Well, yeah, I've only got so much here. There's only so much storage space, and what I don't want to do is start taking over the house. And also, cash flow is so important when running a business. So I think a little video about my business philosophy and the way that I see this is needed. And so I'll be explaining what I do with offers and my sort of thoughts behind whether I accept offers or back them back. Most I accept, couple I back. And yeah, I'll explain why in the video. So thanks for listening. As I said, please like, comment, subscribe. But for the time being, this is Smithy out. Okay, and I'll see you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.